read other amazing stories of inspirational people in our magazine. This is a publication that we ship globally. We featured some of our speakers, so this is an incredible opportunity for you to get to know our speakers through our magazine, and also, of course, have something like this on your coffee table. I love waking up in the morning and reading a magazine. I remember when I first started my business more than 10 years ago, I used to read magazines that would inspire me, and looking at all these incredible people running their own successful businesses, this is what inspired me to get started. So if you're not a business owner yet, maybe you're still thinking about becoming a business owner, maybe you just want to advance in your own career, reading publications, reading books, being part of communities, observing others, being part of events like this is what's going to not only help you transform, but also open your own mind and to ideas of possibilities. I know that when I surround myself with incredible people, inspirational people, and I observe what they do, I get new ideas, new motivation, and drive to do more than I thought I was capable of. Now, shortly, I am going to play a short video by one of our past speakers who have taken a stage on the Women Thrive Summit. And I want you to have a listen about the transformation and what people really get as a result of being involved with Women Thrive. So imagine yourself maybe a year from now, after you have attended our events, after you have engaged with our community, you build those relationships. I want you to imagine what's on the other side. Maybe you're wanting to speak on more stages. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to launch your business. Maybe you have a global vision and you want to make an impact. All of that is possible. And I know this because I've seen many women do that through our community. Very soon, we're going to be opening our speaker slots or speaker opportunities for the following event of Women Thrive. And so if you are not registered to our mailing list, do make sure you head over to Women Thrive Summit website and register yourself there. We got tickets to our event, as well as you want to register for our waitlist and email list, which is going to be great to have you there. I'm really excited. Oh, I see our speakers lining up, and we're going to be kicking off in just a moment. But what I want you to do right now is share this live with your audience. We need to reach more people. I think so many could benefit from the speakers that we have lined up for you today. And this is our monthly event. So that means this only happens once a month. All right. I will ask for my team to head on over and play one of the videos from our past speakers. I think you're going to be inspired and motivated by their stories. So, do we have a video lined up? Would love to put that on right now. Yes, and I'm seeing lots of amazing comments as well. Good morning. Let's have some fun. Amazing. So excited to be connected. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love that. We'll see whether my team can play the video, and if not, we'll carry on. And of course, don't forget, if you have any questions or if there is someone that you feel really inspired in today's event, I want you to keep an open mind. Maybe there is someone that you will feel connected to. Maybe you will feel inspired by their stories. Just remember that our speakers are here today because they want to make those connections with you as well. So their DMs and their emails are open to you. You feel free to reach out. And I think we are going to be having a lot of fun. Now, we're going to kick off with our first speaker, which I'm very excited to invite to the stage. She woke up mega early this morning to be here with us. She's joining us from New York City, and I think it's just going to be so incredible for you to meet her. So, our first speaker, Shitali Desai, is multi-certified business and success mentor on a mission to assist female entrepreneurs and high achievers in amplifying their voice, igniting their fire, and breaking through societal conditioning to become unapologetically empowered. Shitali, Welcome to the stage.
Good morning. How are you, Ray? I'm
Good
so excited to be
morning.
here.
I'm all excited. I'm sure it's still quite early there, but I'm excited to see you on our stage. So over to you, my love.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Again, I'm Chaitali Desai. I am a business and success mentor, and I have such a passion and such a desire to see more women step into their power, own their uniqueness, and really understand that we were created for so much more than we have been conditioned to believe. My talk in March is called Shattering the Glass Ceiling of the Good Girl Mentality to Grow and Scale Financially. While my lens or my vehicle is always through business, what I share is practical to everyday life. And here's where it begins. I'm sure many of you are like me and we watched The Notebook. And can you recall that scene where Noah was asking her, "What do you want?" And how many noticed how difficult it was for her to answer? And if you are a woman listening to me right now, have you ever had that experience when you're point blank asked, "What do you want?" And we can't respond. And for the longest time, it makes us feel that there's something wrong with us. But I'm here to introduce a new perspective on this. Listen, we were taught that being good is giving our power to decide to somebody else. As little girls, we were taught, be quiet. You're supposed to be seen, not heard. Swallow your words. It's okay. And then we wonder why we don't know what we want. We were never given the space to explore the possibilities, to explore what we really wanted. But I'm sure if I were to talk to you right now, there's a dream in your heart that comes right to your mind as you hear me talking right now. I want to share that you are not only worthy of that dream, but you have everything inside of you to make it your reality. Now, the thing is, what we weren't taught is that the more we repress these desires is why we lost the ability to even be able to touch that part of ourselves. So my mission, my job, my ultimate motivation is to help you reclaim your voice so that you can stand in your power. In this day and age, we are watching women grow their family, build their businesses, build an empire, not just for the finances, but for the legacy it brings, the legacy it offers their families. During my talk, and I'm calling it a talk, but if I'm being honest, it will be an experience. You will not leave the same as you enter, because my goal is to not only remind you of your worth, to help you reclaim these dreams that you've kept hidden for so long, but I want you to leave my experience, my talk, understanding that you do know what you want and you do have the power to make that your reality. During my experience, I am so excited to introduce you to different aspects of subconscious programming, of your subconscious mind, because that in your subconscious mind is where your true power lies. We just need the door to be opened. My goal during my talk is to help open that door for you so that when you leave, you know without a shadow of a doubt what your desire is, that you are capable, and that your time is now. I will help you take back your power, but it will be up to you to be in my experience. So definitely join me for that. And in between now and then, I want to leave you with a few tools. One, visualization. Allow yourself the space to tap into this inner power and to hear your creative voice saying, "This is what I desire." Two, make a plan. When we take the thought, the idea, and we put it to paper, it becomes tangible, it becomes real. And three, I want to invite you to my complimentary Facebook community, the Soul Confidential Lounge, where you can not only get a taste of what I'm about and how I support you in your taking back your power, but you'll find loads of tools. You'll find loads of complementary hypnosis, human design elements that help you. Again, I am Chaitali Desai, and my talk is shattering the glass ceiling of the good girl mentality to help you grow and scale financially. Your time is now. Thank you so much, and I am so excited to be here.
Yes, Shatali, it's so powerful. Your message is so potent. It's so important right now for so many people all around the world.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited to have you here as part of it. What does it mean to be an empowered woman to you?
It is to authentically understand that we were all born different, and that
Mm.
is safe. Our uniqueness lies in our differences. And this element of oneness, while I'm completely for it, it's what makes us different that helps us all collaborate, to help us all move forward. We see it in the summit itself with all the speakers. We come from different walks of life, different experiences, and yet we come together with one mission to bring forward power, to bring forward our voices so that everyone is standing in together, celebrating that we are different, even though we're connected to one ultimate goal. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah, just like we all have one mission way collectively, but being authentically yourself, I think, is the most magical thing to.
Yes, 100%. Being able to bring our authentic self. And in a time and space where being different doesn't always feel good, being
Mm.
empowered is understanding that I can be different, but I can also make a difference utilizing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, Shatali, I'm looking forward to your talk. It's going to be beautiful.
Thank
Do
you.
make sure you leave your information in the chat for anyone watching us right now. And if you feel inspired by Shatali's talk, do make sure you sign up for the Women Thrive Summit and attend her talk or connect with her. So, how are we all doing? Are you feeling excited? Let me know in the comments. I see the comments ramping up across different platforms. So today we are actually we are streaming this to a number of different platforms. We're on Facebook, on Instagram, no, not on Instagram, on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. So I want you to share this because I want us to reach more and more people worldwide. And today we have some incredible speakers lined up for you. I think you're going to be inspired by what we have today. Okay, on to the next speaker. Who's ready? Who's excited? Who's looking forward of making these connections? Okay, next up we have Polly Shevchikova. She is a business architect and mentor who helps business owners design their businesses and lives combining strategy and energy work. She believes that women who want to have success can have it all without having to sacrifice and do it with ease. And this is exactly what she helps her clients to do. Polly, welcome. Good to see you.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for having me. I'm so excited. Hi, Ray.
Hi. Well, I will ask you some questions, but here is a book that you co-authored last year. So I just want to say congratulations. If those of you watching this right now have not got a copy of this book, you can read so much more about Polly's mission and her beautiful story in our book. And of course, she's taking a stage at the Women Thrive Summit in March. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Where are you
amazing.
joining us from, Polly?
So I'm from Czech Republic. So I'm here. For me, it's 10 a.m. So it's a great time to have a talk.
Yeah, amazing. Well, Polly, I am going to take myself off and it's over to
Okay.
you, my love.
Thank you. So good morning, good evening to everybody. And my talk at the summit that you just really need to join will be about finding out your archetypes and your unique success matrix. It's all about combining the energy and strategy work because I really work holistically. And what I see is the disbalance that is completely normal in all of us. And the disbalance sometimes shows in the way that we have quite figured out the energy part, but we are lacking the strategies. Or on the other side, we are pushing through strategies and we don't lean on in the energy work. And today, because I know for sure that we will work a lot on the energy part in the summit during my talk today, I want to shift and look at the strategy part. And I would like to start with what is happening now in my world, so you can imagine how I work. So, my goal for myself and for my clients is building sustainable long term business growth. We are all mothers. My kid just didn't go to preschool, so he's home. And what can I do? I don't have so much time to work. I have some clients. I have a talk here with you. So, how can I have these smart strategies lined up to support my growth without me needing to be in the middle of everything? And this is my question for you too. What is supporting your growth? Which systems, automations, funnels, ads, what is supporting you? And if nothing, is it really the way you want to continue? Because what I see is the fact that none of the strategies work. And in the same time, any strategy will work for you, but it can never come out from the place where you are pushing too much from the one side, and from the other side, you might not do anything actively to reach that success, to reach that growth. So my kid is at home. I work 3 days per week. This is my last day for this week. And I have my ads running almost all the time. What is happening then is that my email list is growing. I have funnels set up, so my income is growing too. And in the moment when I'm opening the doors to something incredible in my world, I have already a community there. Do you feel that? Do you feel that ease? Because this is what I'm all into. Smart, easeful strategies. Because let's back to the fact that we are mothers. We are business founders. I like the word. We are business founders. We are CEOs of our businesses. So we can't have everything on our back. If we would, we can, I think, survive for a few minutes. But what's next? Burnout? Hustle? Why? There is no reason for you to be only creating content and to hoping for all the reach to be there, to rely only to social media. And because I work with amazing women, you know it. Like, you know, this is not a sustainable way to grow your business. So how can we change it? First things first, you can reach out to me and I can support you to really design your business in such a way that it is a ecosystem. Because I'm always creating business ecosystem. What does it mean? It means that you do the work and your business does the work for you too. You complement each other. It's a relationship. As you have a relationship with your partner, you should have a relationship with your business. You don't drain the business and the business doesn't drain you. So you can add funnels, ads. I don't know. I love, for example, my quiz, and I will share with you in the summit. And for example, for me, my big love is my Female Gentle Leaders podcast. So if you want to give a taste of what I work, how I work, hop in there and let's have fun, let's enjoy it, and just see what else is there for you. Because the possibilities for you are immense, like really immense. And some days you can just relax and let the automations bring those amazing clients for you. So you can really attract them and stop chasing them on social media. Ladies, thank you. And that's me.
Amazing. Amazing. I love, one thing about you, I love that you have those boundaries with your business because as entrepreneurs, a lot of times we pour in so much into it and we never really give ourselves the time and space to also have family, to also enjoy ourselves. And I love the way you run your business with complete ease and energy alignment. And you're very strategic, like, okay, I need systems and processes, and this is how I can build freedom. And I think if we all start our businesses, the intention is to have freedom, but a lot of times create themselves a job. So I'm really inspired by what you do.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and that's true, right? We burn out, and the freedom that we wanted to build flew out the window. I don't know, maybe in the first 5 minutes that we start planning it.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what you share in the book as well about your journey of what it actually took for you to build a business that was aligned to your energy and as well as your health as well. It comes down to our health. If you're not pouring into yourself, you're not going your best. You're not going to be your best.
No, and our clients won't get the best from us.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
if you feel inspired by Polly and what she shared, connect with her. She's a holistic business architect. And certainly, this word does not come by chance. She is really your strategic support in business. So, do make sure you connect with her. Polly, do share your information in the chat so people can connect with you. I want to see you in the chat. I haven't seen all of you. Just leaving a comment and letting us know where you're joining us from. As you can see, our speakers are from all around the world. So I want to know where you're joining us from. Let us know in the chat. And more than that, make sure you share this live with your audience as well. Okay, who's excited? Let's get going. South Africa, amazing. Good to see you, Wealth Academy Africa, amazing. We certainly have our audience as well as attendees from all around the world. And I am so grateful for all of our community members because it's you that help us make it happen. Without our audience, without our participants, without our speakers, we would not have this incredible community. So I invite you to be part of it. Okay, we are headed for another amazing speaker, and she comes with a ray of sunshine. So, my next speaker is Kay McCready. She's highly skilled emotional resilience coach, trauma practitioner, and 3D breathwork facilitator. As the founder of Kay McCready Coaching, she's created a transformative platform dedicated to empowering women who've weathered life storms, faced trauma, and navigated adversity. Kay, welcome to the stage.
Hi.
Hi, I love your t-shirt.
Yeah, it's my favorite t-shirt.
Good morning. Where are you joining us from for our audience?
I'm joining from the northeast of England. So it's very wet outside as per usual, but I'm bringing the sunshine today.
Yes, and you always are. You always bring the sunshine to our stage. Well, Kay, I'm really excited to have you on today, and it's over to you.
Thank you. So hello everyone, and thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm here to share a deeply inspiring personal journey, one that many of us silently struggle with. It's about transforming the darkest moments of our lives into paths of empowerment and resilience. Just 2 days ago, January the 23rd, marked a date that forever changed my life. 23 years ago, on that very day, my world was shattered. My son, Cameron, who was only 4 years old, lost his battle with cancer. In that moment, I went from being a police officer dedicated to saving lives to somebody desperately searching for a reason to keep living mine. I had so many raw emotions: anger, resentment, shock, grief, and this overwhelming sadness that seemed to consume me. Cameron's death left a void so deep that every day was a struggle. I was haunted by guilt. I was tormented by unanswerable questions about why him? In society, so many people have faced trauma but find it too painful for open discussions. But through my own experiences, what I learned is that silence, it only deepens our wounds. I chose to break my silence, sharing not just my grief, but also my battles with bullying, sexual abuse, domestic violence, workplace harassment, divorce, bankruptcy. By unveiling my story, I hope to light a path for those facing similar challenges. I turned my pain into a mission to guide other people through their own traumas and challenges, to empower each person to create a deep connection with their emotions. On this journey, I discovered the life-altering power of embracing my emotions. It was a revelation that avoiding my feelings, it was never a solution, but confronting them head on, that was the key. As an emotional resilience expert, trauma practitioner, 9D breathwork facilitator, I am here to accompany you on your path to healing. Together, we will rebuild your emotional resilience, instilling a renewed sense of safety and control. The journey towards truly feeling and processing your emotions is going to be the most valuable gift that you could ever give yourself. Imagine a life where you're not just surviving, but you're thriving, feeling every emotion in its purest form. This journey is about embracing everything that life has to offer. The joys, the excitements, the love, and even the challenges. I've been on the edge where giving up seemed like the only choice. But from that edge, I chose a different path. And if I can rise from those depths, so can you. You might feel unprepared, overwhelmed by doubts and fears, but let me assure you, this is your moment. You are ready to embrace a life filled with joy, excitement, love, satisfaction, and a vibrancy that makes every day worth living. Your journey to a life brimming with potential and promise starts now. It's time to embrace this journey with everything that you have, because you are deserving of every incredible moment that lies ahead. So take a deep breath and step into this journey. Take the time to connect with me. By doing so, you're not just on a path to survival. You're embarking on a transformation that will reveal the very best of what life has to offer. This is your time, your awakening, for you are worthy of it all. Thank you so much.
Kay, I always love having you on our stage, and your heart is so beautiful and pure. And I just want to say thank you for trusting this space to share something as sensitive and vulnerable as this. And I know it's here for, you're doing it for a good reason, to support others, to know that it's possible for them to overcome trauma and difficult situations in life. And you know what really inspires me whenever I see you, and that's about to make me cry, that word resilience that you just said, and the light that you bring to others, despite, you know, hearing about your challenges, hearing about what you have had to overcome in your life, and seeing you smile right now and seeing you light up other people, it's just truly amazing. How do you do it, Kay?
It hasn't always been easy, as you know, as I've explained today, but We only have one life, as I know only too well. And it's easy to live in that place of struggle, that place of blame, that place of victimhood. It's easy to live there. The difficult part is moving on beyond that and knowing that you can change your life around. You just have to really want to do it and have a purpose for doing that too.
Yeah. Yeah. What makes you smile every day now?
Everything that I do, I do so many amazing things, meet so many amazing people. I love the work that I do. And, you know, I'm able to feel and connect with me, with my body, with my emotions. And it's incredible. It's amazing. And I can harness all those positive emotions and just let them pour out of me wherever I go.
Yeah. And channel it for a better purpose and reason, and support others, which you're doing so incredibly well now. Okay. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
on our stage. I'm looking forward to having you on our summit, and just having you on this journey has been really incredible leading up to the event.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Take
it.
care.
Bye. So this was Kay McCready. I hope that this has made you feel not only something, but made you feel inspired that despite any challenges in life, you can still smile and live your purpose and make impact in other people's lives. I see those beautiful comments. Keep them coming in. Share this live with other people. We've still got 7, 8 amazing speakers lined up. So we're just getting started. If you're just joining us, you're just in time to catch the incredible speakers that we have lined up for you. Amazing. Okay, so we have next the wonderful Keely Pierce. She's joining us right now from London in the lobby of her hotel room. So our speakers are truly joining us from all over. As a founder and CEO, she is the founder of I Am More Academy, an award-winning empowerment coach and transformational guide dedicated to helping mompreneurs discover their unique balance blueprint, redefine success, and achieve a life of harmony. Keely Pierce, welcome to the stage. Good to see you.
Good morning, Ray. Thank you. And yes, if there's any visitors, workmen, or anything else, I apologize. I'll just smile and wave, and we'll keep going, because that's what we do, isn't it? We get through whatever life throws at us. So yes, I'm so pleased to be here this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for making the time and special dedication to be here. I know sometimes we juggle so many things, and you know this better than anyone as a mom. You know, this is what your business is about supporting others, mompreneurs, and you really, truly are an example of what it's like to be mompreneurs. So over to you, Keely. I'm looking forward to your talk.
Amazing. Thank you. And yeah, good morning to everybody. Thank you for joining. So today I really wanted to kind of think about how I can bring an element of my talk to you before the talk even happens. And I feel like whilst I'm here in London, I've met up with some amazing people, like really, truly amazing people. And the saying goes, you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And for me, and part of my journey as a multi-entrepreneur, is that I want to put myself in rooms with people who are so much more advanced in the journey of success and who can really inspire me to do more and be more. And I think as part of my talk for the Women's Thrive Summit, I want to talk about life balance, success, and self-mastery. And whilst I'm here, I think the word success can mean so much to so many people. And to define it, I think, is truly important to us as individuals. So if I take an example, one of my coaches has got this kind of dream of having this $1 million business, $1 million business, and is working absolutely so hard to get there. And that is her definition of success, which is fantastic and absolutely like admirable. As I've gone through my journey, I could take you back maybe 13, 14 years. And I was actually a licensee of a pub, and it was this huge medieval 15th century. If anyone believes in ghosts, there was apparently many ghosts and monks and all sorts there. And life was very different. I was working 16-hour days, 7 days a week to kind of get this business off the ground. And I was then introduced to one of my customers who was kind of like, what are you doing next week? And I said, well, I do the rota. So what do you want me to do? And I've always been quite open to opportunities. And he said, come with me Tuesday night, and it's just a meeting. And I was just like, okay, whatever. And I went along, and actually that was just a changing sliding doors moment for me. That moment sent the trajectory of my entire life in a different direction. I kind of was introduced to network marketing and the power of passive income, true residual income for stuff that I did 13 years ago. I am still being paid every single month. And with that, the journey of self-mastery, it's took me all over the world. It's took me to so many places. And with that, I can bring that back. And not only do I give that to my clients, it's the ripple effect around the people with me. And that defining success, I think being a mum changes things. It doesn't mean that you can't have it all, because you absolutely can, but maybe have it all when you know what you want. So for me, defining success is having that balance with my family, having that balance with my husband, being able to be me and my true identity and authentic self and be unapologetic about it, but actually still rock in the business world and have everything I want in that side. And it is sometimes a fine line of finding what works. So even being away now, I've left my 2-year-old and 12-year-old at home with dad. And, you know, I'm so grateful that I have the support of my partner that I do, because he has never stopped me with my dreams and my goals. And it just fills my heart, I suppose. It makes me feel happy to know that I can still have everything. And that defining success for me is really, I want my family time. I want the chaos. I want the calm too, don't get me wrong, and the harmony. And having a 2-year-old is a whole different whirlwind of that. But I want to be able to also earn, let's say, £1 million. Who knows? The business vision is absolutely there. But right now, when my definition of success is having my babies, being present, being the mum, being the mumpreneur, and just being on the journey. And with my Women's Thrive Talk, not only do you get the tools as a complete freebie, a tool for you to visually see where you are in your life right now and take stock of how to take those next steps to find more balance. But you will also, as a VIP, get a bit of me. You get a token of me that takes you a little bit more on that journey, that helps you define that self-mastery and success and amplify it to what you want, because we are so unique. We are all individuals, and ultimately we can have it all. But what everyone wants is so different. So it's so important to be constantly on that self-mastery journey, making yourself better, being a different person than you was yesterday, and absolutely also rocking as a superstar mum. So thank you, Ray. Thank you for sharing the stage with all these wonderful ladies. It's so inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Keely. What a beautiful presentation you had for us today, and sharing your passion and your purpose. And it's truly, you know, everyone have different definition of success. And I'm so glad that you're leading the way forward by example, by creating beautiful balance, but also not forgetting your own needs, as well as building incredible business. And there you are, leading by example in London, having your meetings. Wonderful. I'm so excited. And I know you're doing some beautiful things. You run a charity as well. Tell us just a little bit more about that.
I do. So my charity is called the Last Kiss Foundation, and we're a non-profit charity that we support basically families and healthcare professionals that are there for families who have had a stillbirth, miscarriage, or lost a baby through neonatal death. And over the last 8 years, we have kitted out bereavement suites. We've given the equipment that the NHS just won't provide, because obviously there's never enough money. And just as like one little example, in a hospital, I'm sure many people have kind of visited a hospital for one reason or another. You get those horrible chairs that you're just meant to sit on and be really uncomfortable. But actually in the bereavement suite, we've raised enough money to provide a large double bed so families can be united together in their time of need. So it's kind of like we are the gift of time. We provide the equipment that allows that precious time with your babies. And And we've just kind of put together a bespoke training package for healthcare professionals to support them a bit more on a holistic journey, because obviously they're still humans. Midwives are still just humans who have a heart and have to deal with it. That resilience, as Kay was talking about, you know, kind of being able to be emotionally there for families, but how do they deal with that practice? So we're going in to support those too. So it's, amazing things going on.
Beautiful work. Thank you for all that you do. I'm looking forward to spotlighting you on our stage in March and sharing your talk with the world. Absolutely amazing. And I hope you have a beautiful day out there in London.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kini. And this is just a taster of who you're going to meet at the Women Thrive Summit on our stage. So I hope you're feeling inspired by these incredible women. I am truly inspired and honored to have the connection with these amazing women that you will get to meet on our stage in March. So do make sure you head over to Women Thrive Summit, register for your spot, and of course, you'll get to tune in live to our incredible speakers when we have more than 50 of them this year. Amazing. So next up, I have Veronica Whedon. So Veronica helps people move forward towards healthier relationships and better life. She's a certified integrative health coach, rapid transformation therapist, practitioner, hypnotherapist, published writer, and a founder of Revival Health. So Veronica, over to you. How are you? Where are you joining us from today?
I'm in Zurich in Switzerland. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. Oh my goodness. We're traveling all around the world. I'm looking forward.
We are. Everyone's everywhere. It's great.
Over to you, Mala.
Thank you so much. So thanks for joining, everyone. I'm Veronica Whedon, as Raimonda said, and I am here to share my lessons about moving towards healthier relationships, because I believe that it's everyone's birthright to experience this. And for better or for worse, unfortunately, many of us end up in relationships that just aren't so happy. And when that's the case, a few things tend to happen. One, we convince ourselves that we're happy. Two, more than that, we try to convince others that we're happy. And three, we make a lot of excuses for the other person's behavior and for our own behavior as well. So that usually shows itself in terms of distractions. So we bury ourselves in work or in the family or anything to not really face what's really going on. And even when we try to communicate our needs, it doesn't always land. And yet we end up staying in these relationships that make us more and more unhappy over the long term. And when we do that, there's very often a side effect of poor health that comes with it as well. I'm a big believer in mind-body connection because I've experienced it. I've lived it so many times over and over again in my life. And I ended up staying stuck or feeling stuck in these relationships that really were crippling me physically as well as emotionally. And so through the very hard route and some very difficult lessons, I came to the realization and understood what today seems so obvious to me, but at the time I just didn't get it. And that's that if we want something different, we have to change. So I see it all the time. And this was me as well. In unhappy relationships, we tend to blame the other person. And because we've invested so much time and effort and energy and love into this person and into the relationship that we can't imagine sort of life without them. And we get this tunnel vision of seeing, well, a happy relationship can only be with this person, and we can't really see outside of it. And the reason that happens is because seeing outside of it, seeing into the unknown, means something would be unpredictable. And it means confronting those deep-seated fears of rejection, fears of abandonment, and fears of being alone that, quite frankly, we all have. And facing those is often more challenging than staying in a relationship that makes us unhappy, which is why we tend to stay for as long as we do. I mean, some people spend decades and lifetimes in unhappy relationships. And so my talk is really going to be all about helping you understand where those deep-seated fears come from and how to work through them in order to raise your own vibration, to attract similar frequencies towards you. So to move towards healthier relationships. And sometimes this, is possible within an existing relationship, and sometimes it's not. But the key is to raise our own vibration so that we begin to attract similar frequencies to ours, instead of staying in this victimhood mindset, which Kay was talking about a little bit earlier too. It's taken me a long time to get there, but I really believe in this work because I truly, truly believe that it's everyone's birthright to experience and enjoy healthy and happy relationships. And it's a journey, and you don't have to do it alone. So I'm excited to share my lessons with you.
Veronica, thank you. And it's so important to have healthy relationships, not only just with others, but yourselves.
Absolutely.
What is the talk that you're going to be delivering on our stage?
It's called How to Attract Healthier Relationships.
Beautiful. Are you feeling excited about the upcoming event?
Yeah, very much so. Very much looking forward to it.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to having you on our stage and this important topic that you're speaking on, as well as just highlighting your experience and your thought leadership on our platform. So I'm looking forward to having you on our stage. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Ray.
Beautiful. As you see, at the upcoming Women Thrive Summit, we're covering so many amazing topics and so many diverse speakers that's speaking on relationships, emotional resilience, personal development, confidence, women empowerment. We're talking also about business, finances, all the topics that we need as business owners, founders, or even just individuals. You might be working for an organization right now, but wanting to really explore other avenues in your life and business. So the whole event that is a Women Thrive Summit that happens every March is around empowering women to rise and thrive in their personal lives as well as business. Therefore, we have incredible lineup of really diverse speakers and diverse topics to support you in every area of your life. So I hope you get to join us. If you're watching this right now, leave a comment below. Let me know where you're joining us from, because as you see, our speakers are from all around the world, and I'm just so honored to see all these incredible women like tapping in from all parts of Europe, US, Australia. We're traveling all around the world, spotlighting women from all around the globe. Wow. Next up, I think we're going from Switzerland to Germany. Oh my goodness. We are here. We are here excited to connect with all of you. And if you feel inspired by any of our speakers, do make sure you connect with them, follow up with them, follow them on social media, check out their websites, because each and every one of them are here to support you. Okay, next up, I would love to invite Bay Marie Anning to our stage. She is Holistic Success Guide and the Inner Superwoman Catalyst. She helps soul-driven women seeking transformation and empowerment to shed shame, conquer self-doubt, unlock their full potential, and thrive in every facet of life. Bay Marie, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. This is so exciting on this morning.
How are you doing today out there from Germany?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. We have a massive storm at the moment, but that's all right. You know, I'm safe and sound in my house, so everything is good. And this event is so amazing. Like, I've been watching a lot of the speakers before me, Kay, Veronica, like all of you inspire me so much. So I congratulate everyone right now who's watching this and just soaking in the wisdom of all those amazing women.
Truly. And being part of our community and events does not cost anything apart from your time. So the fact that you're investing your time in this is the only, so to speak, payment we would like for you to dedicate your time, because there's so much transformation and value in this. Bay Marie, over to you.
Thank you so much. So if you hear a growl in the background, that's probably my dog. So she is dreaming very loudly lately. So I apologize beforehand. So, all right. Like I said before, I'm so inspired by all those women. And tonight we have a full moon. And every full moon offers a certain energy. Like every part of the moon cycle offers a certain energy, but the full moon offers the energy to release and let go of things that no longer serve us. So for every full moon, I sit in ceremony by myself or with a group of women, and we journal and, ask questions of what we want to let go of. And the engine behind this is always a strong why. Why am I here? Why do I do what I do? What drives me? And these aren't just questions. These are lights that light up our path, revealing our true purpose and the direction of our life. And today I want to explore that why with you a little bit. So maybe tonight you can let go of things that no longer serve you anymore. So let me start you off with a picture. Visualize this big, vast ocean. And there's this ship. And it's, moving with the waves. It's rocking back and forth, but the waves also throw it back and forth. And now picture a ship that's moving through the waves, stirring with conviction through the uncharted sea. And this is what it looks like when you're connected to your why. Why am I here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? It's about a connection to your core, to the core of our beings, understanding what makes us leap out of bed every morning, what steers our passion, and what gives us meaning in our struggles. So think about your life and think about a moment when you felt utterly lost, like that ship adrift in a vast ocean. And now recall a moment where you discovered a purpose, a why that gave you direction. That's the power of understanding the difference between flopping around in the waves and steering with conviction, having a compass, having a guiding light. It's a transformation. It transforms confusion into clarity, and obstacles into stepping stones, and also challenges into victories. And my journey to discovering my why, wasn't a straight path. Nobody has a straight path. It's more like a labyrinth of experiences, learning, introspections, mistakes, whatever you go through. It's a process of aligning my actions with my inner truth, ensuring that every step that I take resonates with my core purpose. And this journey has taught me that knowing my why is the first step towards a fulfilling life, a life where action and inspiration is so big that I sometimes cannot really grasp it. But it means that I'm following a higher guidance, which is my why. And that clarity that I was talking earlier about is the lighthouse that helps you follow your why. It helps us navigate life's complexities with confidence and determination. When we are clear about our why, decisions come easier and our path become more defined, because things that do not align with our why, we can just let them go. So let's take, for example, our financial goals. When we know our why we want wealth, let it be, security, freedom, philanthropy, creating a legacy, whatever it is, our approach to earning, saving, and investing becomes much more purpose-driven. And the same principles apply to identifying your ideal clients in business. When we understand why we serve them, who they are, and what they seek, we create connections that are not just transactions, but transformations. And this clarity is not just a professional tool. It also works in your personal lives as well. Of course, it helps us choose relationships, hobbies, or even daily habits that align with our deepest values and aspirations. And this is the power of clarity. It's not just about knowing what we do, but understanding why we do. And our why is more than just a purpose. It's our shield of strength to face any kind of adversity. When storms of life hit, believe me, I've struggled in a couple of storms already. This why will pull you out of it. This why will give you the strength to move further, to move through it. It will be your anchor, when we stay in that ship and ocean picture. And having a strong why gives you resilience. It turns your battles into crusades and your struggles into triumphs. So, like I said, I faced a lot of storms already, both personally and professionally. And I will probably also face more in the future. But I am so confident in my why, and your why may change. That is completely fine when you change your why. But this why, this moment of connecting to your why, will give you so much more confidence in pushing forward, in leaping forward. So when you face a challenge, remember the why. Don't give up. Remember the why and let it be the light that guides you. Because connecting to your why also connects you to a power that I call deeply, lovingly, your superpowers. Because your why turns your weaknesses into superpowers. Every one of us has them. Everyone has superpowers. Let it be your strength, your talents, your gifts, all that what makes you super. So when we harness those superpowers, when we are in alignment with our why, magic happens. Your superpower could be your empathy, your creativity, your analytical mind, your fearless spirit, or like a really big, open, nurturing heart. It's that special something that sets you apart, that makes you uniquely yours. And guess what? The world needs that. The world needs your unique flavor, your individual sparkle. And discovering and embracing our superpowers, I know, isn't always easy. It requires self-reflection, it requires experimentation, and sometimes, a lot of times actually, stepping out of our comfort zones. But when we do, we unlock a level of potential and performance that is nothing short but extraordinary. Like I call it magic. I discovered my superpower, like my ability to connect deeply with others, to heal, and to inspire on a long journey. Whether for me it's coaching, speaking, or writing, I found that my words and my presence could ignite a spark in others. And that realization didn't just come overnight. Like I said, it's not just this instant moment. Sometimes it takes a long time. And it was a journey of exploring my passions, listening to feedback, and most importantly, trusting my intuition. So I urge you to dive into this exploration of your superpowers. And trust me, the journey is as rewarding as your destination. At my talk, The Missing Link to Success, Trusting Your Superpowers to Realize I'm Your Magic, I will guide you down a path to the power of authentic success and the clues that God, the universe, the higher power, whatever you want to call it, is leaving for you to uncover your superpowers. And when I'm talking about authentic success, I mean success that is measured not in accolades or achievement, but in fulfillment, impact, and joy. Success in the context of our why is about making a difference, leaving a mark, and living a life that resonates with our deepest values. It's about finding that sweet spot where passion meets purpose, what I like to call a state of flow. And in this state, our skills and challenges are perfectly balanced, leading up to peak performances and profound satisfaction. So, what is the one thing that you need to do to experience flow, to create authentic success, to uncover your superpowers? To take action. Because the universe rewards movements. As you start walking towards your goals, you will find that the path is unveiling itself. Opportunities appear, resources align. This is the universe responding to your clarity and to your commitment. And along the way, be open. Still be open to learning, growing, and evolving. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a process of becoming the best version of yourself, one step at a time. And I'm not sure if I still have time, but I just want to give you 5 more little tiny practical steps. Let me give them 5 practical. Hold on.
That's
Okay,
it. Time is up.
Okay. Then you have to wait for my talk to get those steps. You have
I
to
think
wait
so.
for March 18th.
That's right. Make sure you tune in. So if you feel inspired by Bae-Marie's mini talk and you can feel the passion and the purpose behind what she's saying. And yesterday we just held our live and I was just in awe of just your story and your purpose behind it. So do make sure you tune into Bae-Marie's talk. Thank you, Bae-Marie. That was incredible.
Thank
Appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Wow, that is the passion and the incredible value that our speakers are bringing to the stage. So, in the comments below, let me know where you're watching this from right now. Maybe some of your takeaways, maybe somebody has touched your heart right now. And do make sure you connect with these speakers. So, I invite Bae-Marie to also drop her links in the comments below. Let us know how we can connect with you. And for those of you watching, let us know how we can connect with you as well, because we are here to build these beautiful relationships with our speakers and as well as our attendees. So I invite you to do that. Next up, where are we headed next? Have a little guess, because we're traveling all around the world. And as you can see, our speakers are truly dynamic and international today. All right, next up, we have Christiana Genie, and she helps women in leadership to set clear boundaries in their personal and professional life without the guilt and fear. Her mission is to inspire women to claim their space and evolve unapologetically. Woo, Christiana, lovely to see you. Where are you joining us from today?
Well, I'm here in sunny Cyprus. I mean, it's almost February and we haven't seen a lot of rain yet. So I'm enjoying it. I love it.
Amazing. In Cyprus. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't wait to visit Cyprus again and hopefully meet you there in person. I know you host wonderful events there in Cyprus.
Yes, we do. And we're planning to host one in November. Of course, women empowerment. So I will let you all know about it.
Amazing, Christiana. Well, over to you. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you today.
Thank you. So, as you already know, most of you, I'm very passionate in creating space for women to evolve. And what this means is to have the physical space, the mental, and the time to just throw some questions to yourself, answer some questions like, what am I doing on this earth? What do I want? What are my desires? You see, because we are asked to do a lot of things, most of the times we don't get the chance, we don't give the chance to ourselves, let's say better, to question, what am I doing? What do I really want? And even if we do have a desire, many times we ignore it or we are just lost in this crazy pace that we are in today. So how we do this? By setting our boundaries. And to set your boundaries is very important to know your value system. So let's talk a little bit about our values. The easiest way to understand what your values are is to just examine what is important for you today. So somebody might say, my freedom is important. Some might say exercising is important. The environment is important. So my family is important. So you start laying down a list of your important values, your main values, let's say, and why it's so vital to know your value system. If you don't know what your main values, your important values are in this life, it's very difficult to set clear boundaries. So let me give you an example. Let's say that I have freedom as my main value, and I choose to work in an office that they have very rigid hours, they are very controlling, there is no communication, there is no teamwork, there's no creativity. Well, at some point, I will start feeling very pressured. And I might not know why. I mean, everybody loves this company. Why don't I love it so much? Because your main value with what is happening in that company are not aligned. So it's like you're stepping over one of your greatest values. If now you're sure that freedom is my main value, and I have to change company and go to another. Next time that you're going to choose a company, it's going to be based on your main value. Like, do I have a flexible time schedule? Can I work from home? Can I maybe work from another location, like another country? Or is there a team spirit there? So when you go to claim that position, you are also requesting some things from them. And if you're aligned, if the company that you work for is aligned with your main values, then you're going to be happy there. It's the same with relationships. If somebody gives you the freedom to express, to be as you are, to be creative, then for sure you're going to feel very expansive and happy with them. Otherwise, if they're stepping on your value and they're not helping you nourish it and expand, then you will start feeling numb. You will start feeling like something is wrong. And many times we don't understand what is wrong. We don't understand that we are stepping over our values and we're not nourishing them. So now, if I'm clear on my values, it's very easy, or let's say it's a lot easier to set the boundaries, because I know that this is me. I have these 5 important values that I'm going to walk based on them. And now I can set my boundaries. But if I'm not sure what my values are, I will feel guilty. I will overthink about my decisions or my communication. And that causes a lot of confusion in our daily lives and in our path as well. So that's why in my talk in March, which is Boundaries, Your Magic Shield for Success, I truly believe that it's an art to set your boundaries. And in order to set the boundaries, you need to know the value system and also work on your self-image, which is the way that you believe about yourself compared to everything that surrounds you. So during my speech, we will be talking about the value system, our self-image, and the steps in creating healthy boundaries and firm, because that's another thing, to set the boundaries, but also stick to them without feeling guilty or feeling overwhelmed. And the truth is that many women today, because we're a little bit confused by watching our mothers and grandmothers not having any boundaries, we don't really know how and where to set the boundaries. So knowing our value system is going to give us a very clear direction on where I should stop somebody or let them in my life, in my space, in my time. Where am I going to devote my energy? So let's say, for example, that the environment is one of my greatest values, then I know if I'm going to join that specific group of people that also are passionate about the environment. I know if I'm going to say no to this other group that is, it's about something that I don't really care. It's not important for me. So value system is very important. A simple exercise just to write down the 6 most important things in your life at this moment, and see if you're nourishing them or you're going against them. And also another thing, you can also see the people in your life, if they are supportive or not, according to your values. And if they are not, you should reconsider. You should reconsider the space, the time that you spend with them. And sometimes, you might need to drop some of them off. This is part of growing. The more we grow, the more we learn and we walk according to our values. And some people, it's natural to drift away because we are not aligned with them anymore. So I would say that also having your values clear, it's one of the things that helps you be very solid on the ground, like feeling grounded and feeling sure about your decisions as well. If you don't know what your value system is, your decisions will be shaky and people will get in the way in your decisions. But if you're clear on your values, then your decisions, because you know that these are my values, my decisions are aligned. If it's yes, then you go straight on with them. But if it's not, you should reconsider. What are you doing? If you're going to spend energy something that is not aligned with your values, you're going to find it down the line, and it's going to get in the way of your happiness and your peacefulness. So it's like I call it our map. The values is our map, is what is guiding us to go closer to what we want. And as Bea said before, it changes. My why might change, also my values might change, and that's fine. It's part of evolving. And every now and then, I would say like every 6 months, every 12 months, just sit for 5 minutes and acknowledge what is important for me in this time. And am I walking based on that line, or, I'm going against it? In my personal life, personal journey, every time I am lost and I don't know something is not right, and I don't know what it is, the first thing I will do is just sit and write down what are the 6 more important things in my life. And then with that, I will start saying, am I nourishing it or I'm stepping all over it? Nourishing it or stepping all over it? And I start seeing where I am betraying myself by betraying my values. And this is giving me a clearer guide on where to go from now on. So I would suggest to take the time. I know sometimes we hear the idea or the exercise and we say, oh, that's a nice idea, but we never do it. It just takes 3 minutes to do it. And it gives you a clear direction on what to demand as well, what to claim, and where to put your energy and time, which are our most important resources we have.
Amazing. Christiana, wow, what a beautiful share you had for us today. So important. And you've gone really deep to say, where sometimes we've been preconditioned, and so many times we give our power away to other people because we as women, we are nurturers. We want to support other people, and sometimes we'll leave our own boundaries behind. So I think this was really profound message today, Christiana. What is your talk going to be about at the Women Thrive Summit?
It's Boundaries, Your Magic Shield for Success. So I'm talking about boundaries. We're going to deep dive into the value system and also our self-image as well, which are the two main ingredients in setting boundaries. I mean, these are more important than communication when setting boundaries. So we're going to deep dive in these three aspects. And we have a lot to say. I would love to see all of you viewers there. And expand on this matter of boundaries.
Beautiful. So inspiring. And also, of course, the whole summit is about empowering women. I think your talk is going to be one of the talks that is going to support our audience with self-empowerment. And you'll be surprised just how much we collectively need this. So, Christiana, thank you for everything you do. And thanks for being on our stage today.
You.
Appreciate it. Wow. Just seeing this little snippet from our speakers today. This is just a teaser of what you're going to experience at the Women Thrive Summit. Our Women Thrive Summit is our annual women empowerment event, and you get to connect with our speakers live on this virtual stage, which means you get to watch their talks, connect with them, ask questions, engage with other community members, and maybe you're going to find your next mentor, your next friend, collaboration partner, or just a community where you want to be involved in and, of course, grow and flourish in your own business. So make sure you head over to womenthrivesummit.com, register for your spot, and also connect with all these amazing speakers that we have spotlighted today. Share this. I want you to share with your social media followers and let us know in the comments below where you're watching this from. A few more speakers lined up for today, and I can't wait for you to meet them. Oh my goodness. Next up, we're going to a completely different part of the world now. We started with Europe. We traveled to the UK. We've been to United States. Now we're going somewhere else quite magical. Next up is Pauline Kirk. She is on a mission to empower women to achieve financial independence, freedom, and to live fabulous lives. She educates both individuals and organizations alike on financial wellness, personal finance, debt management, and psychology of money, how to get started with investing and financial empowerment for women. Pauline, where are you joining us from?
Thanks, Ray. I'm dialing in today from sunny Singapore.
Oh my goodness. We're really bringing women from all around the world today. What have you enjoyed on this event so far?
Oh, I just love the previous speaker. She was absolutely phenomenal, talking about boundaries. And it's so important as well when we talk about boundaries, even when it comes to our finances. You know, when we're in relationships, for example, are we setting boundaries around our own finances and how we contribute as a household with our partners?
Yeah, and I think it's beautiful segue to your talk next on the financial empowerment for women, which is mega important as the next step from what we just had Christiana share with us. So over to you, Malin.
Thank you, Ray. So ladies, my mission, like Ray said, is to eradicate the dire financial statistics of women. And we're not where we want to be. And it's sad to hear, but no one's really talking about this, which is why I volunteered myself to be the spokesperson talking around the world on stages around ladies. A man is not a plan. I'm just going to call it for what it is. A man is not a plan. Many of us have this societal view that a man is going to be our provider. And I call this the Disney effect. You know, it's the beliefs that we've grown up with. You know, and even more recently, if you watch the news, you know, where did Barbie get an award? She didn't get one. Ken got one, but Barbie didn't get a nomination. So this is the important factor around what are we doing as women ourselves when it comes to our own finances. And Ray mentioned, you know, women are very much nurturing. We give so much to our children, aging parents, our spouse, and potentially in our situation, when we hit retirement age, there's not a lot left in the kitty. And these statistics are coming through and through again. I'm seeing it in the UK, I'm seeing it in Australia, I'm seeing it in Singapore. And I've had the privilege of living and working in 10 different countries. And people think, oh, my culture's different. And unfortunately, it's not. Every culture is experiencing some form of this. And we have to look after ourselves. I'm not saying, you know, give everything to our children or we don't give them anything at all, but there's this balance between what we have for our own selves and what we give to others. So it's important to realize that some of the statistics that aren't being shown at the moment, and I'll just share some of them with you. So 1 billion with a capital B, women today do not own a bank account in their own name. And as a shocking statistic, when you actually think about it, 1 billion women don't have, some of them don't have any control over money. And we're starting to see domestic violence, and with that also becomes economic control. And many of us are in relationships because we can't get out of those relationships because we don't have an opportunity to do something different. And many cases, these situations don't happen overnight. Many of us have, sacrificed our careers for children, or we've taken time out from the workforce. We've created businesses that, financially not where we need to be. And then we become reliant on our partner and we give away some of our control. And I'm all about, ladies, taking back the control so we can control the narrative around us and our money. We have the financial empowerment to do whatever we want to do. We want to live fabulous lives. And my mission is to ensure that you have a financially fabulous life, and whatever that means to you. It's like the word success. Success means different things to different people. The same as financial fabulous. It's the same thing. What does financially fabulous mean to you? And you get to determine what that is, because I want each of us to reach our latter years in this beautiful world that we live in, that we get to create our ultimate destiny. And we're not relying on anyone else because we get to create it ourselves. We only have this one beautiful life. Let's make the most of it. And don't let the finances be the fear. And unfortunately, many of us are not educated in this area. And that's where, social enterprises like myself and plenty other community groups are doing the same thing, where we want to educate women around our money. And we're not taught it in school. We think that it's difficult and confusing, and it is, because the finance industry is set up in a way that we go to them for advice because they make it purposely confusing, because that's how they make money from us. Their mission is to take our retirement and our hardworking money and contribute to a business that makes a lot more money. And those individuals get paid compensation in terms of bonuses and commissions to transfer that wealth from them to the organizations that they work for. They're not bad people. It's just that their agendas are very different. My mission is to make sure that you have more money in your own pocket to do what you want to do when it comes to your own future. And just to give you an idea of what that really means when it comes to fees, I say fees are like the cancer. Fees are cancer of your retirement. You don't realize they're there, and then suddenly they sneak up on you when you least expect it. If you invested $1,000 initially and then $1,000 every month, and you did that for 30 years, if you gave your financial advisor a 1% of that money, that would be $162,000 of your retirement fund that you would actually be giving to a company. And no one says at the end, this is how much money you would have had left if you hadn't listened to me. And this is where we're trying to open up the dialogue that, ladies, we need to look after ourselves. And this is what I call what I'm going to be talking about, the Women's Thrive event, is around turning on our financial superpower and how we do that. Because there's a couple of areas we can look at. Some of it's around where we're spending money today. Many of us are using our phones to pay for things. And if we're using our phones to pay for things, our brain doesn't even register anymore that we're actually spending money. And then we get to the end of the month and go, oh, where did my money go? Because we're not registering we're actually spending money, or we're using Afterpay services, or we're not feeling particularly good about ourselves. And therefore we buy things because we feel like we deserve it, except we're buying a lot of things and then there's nothing left at the end. There's this fine balance between living for today and spending for tomorrow. And I want us to have this beautiful life where we have both. So who's with me, ladies? Who's with me that we're going to see at the Women Thrive Summit, where we're going to turn on our own financial superpowers? One is around understanding our financial situation today, because it's like anything. We need to understand where we are today to know where we're going. And then once we have an understanding around what is it we actually want our money for. Now, the reality is most of us don't know why we get out of bed every morning, why we do what we do when it comes to our work, our businesses that we run, what you're actually working for. What is it you actually want from your goals, to know then what you want to do with your money? Because if you have a goal, saving and investing becomes easier because you have a target to aim for. And most of us aren't thinking that far ahead. Most of us are just living in the moment. And I really want you to understand around when we have clarity on a goal, and goals do change. And when that clarity does come around, it gets more exciting around the fact I'm putting money away because I can see and visualize it and make it happen. But most of us aren't thinking that way. And the other part is around, saving. I call them golden eggs. I like to keep things very simple. So I have golden eggs for different things. So I have golden eggs for savings accounts, and I have one in my own name, and I have a joint account with my spouse. And I choose to have a separate account my own because no matter what happens, I call it the life jacket. So if something happened to me in my relationship, I'm okay because I have a bank account in my own name. I'm not going to be one of the billion women that doesn't have one. And 1 billion women, when there's 8 billion on the planet, that's a huge percentage when you look at it in percentage terms. And that's why I'm talking about this so openly around the fact that, ladies, we need to be a lot more aware of what we're doing with our money and how we want to live our life. So I also want to challenge you around what brings you joy in life. Because some of us, we're buying more things and stuff. And do we really need it? Or are we doing it to fill a void? Are we spending things on money because we feel like we deserve it? And there's a lot of that. So I actually have a fun account. So I'm going to give you a hot tip. So I actually have a fun account. I actually put money away every single month, and I force myself to spend money in my fun account because I want to enjoy my life. I want to celebrate everything that I achieved every single month. So I take that money out my fun account, I put a set amount away every single month, and I enjoy myself. And I have no guilt. And therefore, I also don't buy things that potentially I'm not needing either, because it comes back to the needs versus the wants. I also want you to consider and think about savings. Now, for some of us who have savings, I also want you to think about, is it in a low interest savings account or in a high interest savings account? Because there's a difference between most banks today give us 0.5% on our bank account, the standard, and you can actually put away into a 5% account depending on where you live. That's the difference between you having money that would double in 144 years or less than 20. I'm more likely to be around in 20 years. So I don't want to give any more spoilers away in talking about we're going to turn on our financial superpower when it comes to investing. So I've given you some hints today. And I want to go through in a lot more detail when we talk about the Women Thrive event, which I'm so looking forward to. There's some amazing speakers, and Ray and the team have done absolutely fantastic. This is going to be an absolute mind-blowing event. And I can't wait to support Women Thrive and continue this beautiful community that's been created with yourself, Ray, and the Women's Thrive team. And anyone who's going to sign up, make sure you sign up because you're going to miss out if you don't sign up.
Yeah, absolutely. And just the tips that you shared today, absolutely golden nuggets that would empower and support women for their own financial freedom. I truly believe that our empowerment begins with our financial freedom. I've been in that position before where I had to make difficult decisions and make leaps. And, not always do we have that lifeline or life jacket, as you mentioned, to make those decisions. So grateful to have you on our platform and to share your knowledge and expertise with our audience. I think we're going to create a lot of life jackets for the ladies attending our event. So thank you, Pauline, for everything you're doing and your passion in sharing your knowledge with others. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray.
Appreciate that. Wow. If this is not a sign yet for you to attend the Women Thrive Summit, let this be a reminder that we all need to tap into more knowledge, more insights, more empowerment, tap into this incredible community of women at the Women Thrive Summit. This event happens once a year, so don't miss it. Reserve your spot at womenthrivesummit.com and also book it out in your diary between 18th to the 22nd of March. This is going to be a life-changing event, and I encourage you not only to attend yourself, but invite some of your friends to be there. As you've seen, the lineup is incredible. These women have been handpicked and selected to be on our stage from more than 1,000 applicants. So you're getting the best women here to pour into you and sow the seeds of success. Wow, amazing. Headed over to our next speaker. And like I said, we are joining from all around the world. Our next speaker is joining from the UK. Her name is Lauren Taylor, and Lauren is dedicated wellness expert and visionary behind Lauren Ray Wellness, a coaching business born from her desire to help individuals break free from feeling trapped, insecure, and lost in their lives to empowerment. Wow. Lauren, where are you joining us from today?
Hello. You said I'm in the UK. I'm from the UK. I'm actually in France right now. So I spend a bit of time traveling around, part of the freedom that being an online coach gives me. So
Yes,
yeah,
I
cool.
am so sorry. I forgot that you have made that leap to travel the world, Lauren. How exciting.
Yeah.
How's life out there in France?
Yeah, amazing. So, so lovely. It's just so grateful to be able to go and explore different cultures and live in these different places. And yeah, it's been a few weeks here now and I'm absolutely loving it. So,
Blows my
yeah.
mind. We've
Yeah.
been all over the world with our speakers today, and here you are just living by example what it's like to have freedom in your life and your business. So, Lauren, take it away. I'm looking forward to your
Thanks, Raimonda. Hi, everyone. Nice to be able to be on here with you today. I mean, amazing to hear from the women leading up to this as well. As Raimonda introduced me, I'm a wellness and confidence coach. I specialize in nutrition and I help to empower women to get back in the driving seat of their life through optimizing their health and optimizing their diet. And it's something that became really, really important to me after I went through my own struggles. And, by about my mid-20s, I was really young. I felt like I was at rock bottom. I felt like I had tried everything to try and make something of my life, to try and be successful, to try and feel good and happy and comfortable with myself. But no matter what I tried, nothing really ever seemed to work out for me. And I I always felt unfulfilled. I always felt like I wasn't deserving. I wasn't worthy of a bigger life, the life that I dreamed of. And desperately, I would try to solve it. I would try to make myself feel better. And I would jump from one low paid job to the next, thinking it was going to be better, thinking it was going to be different, but always just feeling just as unfulfilled. I would try every new diet that came out. I would go through cycles of restrictive eating, excessive exercising, constantly trying to find that self-worth and that love of myself and my body. And again, it always ended up leaving me feeling worse. And I got to a point, as I say, by my mid-20s where I was desperate. I was desperate to feel good, to feel happy. And I knew somewhere in me that there should be more for me. But I felt like the decisions that I'd made in the past were defining where my life could go and were defining what I could achieve. And I thought my chance was over. I thought that was it. And one day something drastic happened, and I suddenly looked at my life and I realized how much damage I've been doing while trying to fill this void. I'd been, eating, drinking to try and to fill the void, manage the stress, manage the pain, and I'd done a lot of damage to my health. And I suddenly had this realization that I'd been looking in all the wrong places to resolve this issue. I'd been looking at everything else that was going on around me. I'd been looking at things that had happened in the past. And at no point had I looked at what was actually going on inside of me. I hadn't actually looked within. And, as a lot of, a few of the women today have mentioned, there are things that are really important for us to feel fulfilled, understanding our why, as Bea talked about, understanding our values, as Christiana's talked about. And I was not at any point looking at this. I was just trying to grab at things, thinking they were going to be the answer. And as I say, I realized that my health was deteriorating rapidly, and I needed to do something about it. And it was a journey. I didn't really know the steps. There's so much misinformation. I mean, I'm sure anyone that's listening can relate to trying to improve your health. There's so much out there. It's so contradicting. everyone's teaching different things and talking about different things, and I didn't know where to start. But there was something that had really shifted, and I'd had this mindset shift towards health. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to feel good in my body. And so I started focusing on that. What would make me feel better instead of what would make me feel worse? And that little shift was completely transformational. It changed my mind in a way I didn't know was possible, because I started to feel more relaxed. I started to feel more energized. I started to feel stronger and more in control of my body and my mind. And I really discovered the power of nutrition and nourishing your body. And that triggered things beyond what I could have imagined. You know, I went from jumping from low paid jobs that I hated, that I just did not ever feel satisfied with, to doubling my salary, to then going on to starting my own business. And, you know, as I say, gaining this freedom in my life to work online and travel where I want, and building this life that I just never would have dreamed of. It all started when I worked on what was going on inside. So I realized I had to bring that to people. I had to share it with people, because you have to start within you. You have to build yourself up. You have to nourish yourself and empower yourself to go out and do those things. And, you know, you don't have to be at rock bottom like I was. You could be doing okay. You could have a successful career, but are you reaching your full potential? If you're not allowing your body to operate at its optimal, you might not even have scratched the surface of what you can achieve. So it's really important to look within it and take these steps. And that's why I'm bringing this talk to you on the Women Thrive Summit in March, where we're going to be diving more into how nourishing yourself creates this space where you can uplift yourself, where you can find self-acceptance, and where you can really build your confidence and empower yourself to go out and reach these new heights, reach this potential that you didn't even know you were capable of. So
Wow.
I look forward to sharing it with you there.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lauren, for sharing your story, your passion, your purpose. And it's so impactful what you're doing in this world. And we've gone from, setting healthy boundaries to financial boundaries, and now really looking after our health and wellness, which really is so important in our lives to create a holistic success in everything we're doing. Lauren, I'm looking forward to your talk at the summit.
Thank you, Raimonda.
Appreciate it. Enjoy France. Amazing. If you're still watching this, leave a comment in the chat. Let me know where you're joining us from. We had a great lineup today already of inspiring women. I hope that you're feeling inspired, uplifted, and ready to sign up for your spot at the Women Thrive Summit happening March 18th to the 22nd. And you'll get to meet all of these amazing speakers on our stage. If you feel connected to any of them today, make sure you follow them on social media channels, connect with them, reach out via message to them. You never know how one conversation with some of these incredible speakers could change your life. Now, we headed to another amazing lady, and actually we are currently headed to Australia. This lady has really stepped into her power and is supporting us actually in hosting one of our first international Thrive Talks events in Australia and Brisbane. So there's a lot of amazing things and collaborations in the works, and I'm so excited to introduce to you today Marie Ferguson. So Marie, she is a feminine embodiment coach and youth empowerment mentor. So Marie guides women, children, and teens towards lasting transformation. Her holistic approach merges psychology, leadership development, and mindfulness, fostering personal growth. Marie, welcome. Tell our audience where you're joining from. I know I gave it away already, but let us know.
Amazing. Oh, thank you, Ray. I'm tuning all the way from Australia, and it is evening here in summer, so it's super hot. And I'm really excited to be here. And it's so inspiring to listen to these powerhouse women. And it just lights up my heart when I hear their wisdom and that guidance being shared through story, through our voices. So this is such a powerful platform. So it's very exciting to be here and to also bring the Thrive Talks to Australia too.
Amazing. This is truly is about Unleashing the Power of Women Voices event. And I'm so looking forward to your mini talk right now. So you're in for a treat with Marie.
Amazing. All of the beautiful points that the previous speakers have shared about in regards to purpose, shifting through those limiting beliefs and dealing with trauma, being able to connect mind, body, spirit. These are all aspects of, I suppose, that evolutionary journey that some of the other amazing speakers have spoken about. And I'd love to invite you into a pivotal catalyst and a moment in my life that changed the trajectory of my soul's purpose. I'm going to take you back 2 years and coming into a year 12 classroom where I was teaching dance and drama, and my year 12 girls teaching in an all-girls school. I'd had some time off, and I'd also gone through 3 miscarriages, and the trauma from the first 2 had really come back tenfold in this third experience for me. And I remember walking into the classroom, and these beautiful 16, 17-year-old young women gifted me a beautiful care package. And I dropped to my knees and I sobbed and I let out all of the pieces that I was holding on to. And this beautiful space and relationship and leadership of young women being able to see their teacher, their guide, their role model fall down to her knees. And they all embraced me. And I feel emotional because this power of vulnerability, of allowing ourselves to feel the emotion, to be seen, the softness is strength. And this catalyst is something that will be etched in my being forever, because seeing these young women hold me and all of them gathered around and letting me sob my ugly sobs and just express in that chaos and that grief and just to be felt was really powerful. And so coming back to this notion of feminine work, of sisterhood, of leadership, this was the purpose that drives me now in the work that I do. And the talk that I'm going to be sharing with you in the beautiful summit is about claiming your crown of wisdom and embracing your divine feminine leadership. Now our body keeps score. And when we hold and we suppress, it's got to come out some way. And whether it's to your partners, your beloved ones, your children, your parents, your friends, the people around you, when we create these moments of deep connection and allow our hearts to be seen, this is the true legacy that our souls get to leave behind. And this is embodiment. And when we embrace all of our emotions in the feminine, and we listen to that body wisdom, and we listen to those nudges and those urges that all the women have spoken about, it unlocks something within us. And this catalyst led me down a path to learning to love myself more deeply, learning to embrace my softness as my superpower, because that inner strength and that resilience that we all have within us is something that sometimes society shuns. And when we hear amazing people in this space share about their journeys, share about how they have bridged these gaps, this is the leadership quality that we get to show up for in our own personal lives. Those micro moments of noticing the nuances in our conversation, and noticing when our body is saying, stop, you need a rest. Noticing the ebbs and flows of our cycles, even connected to the earth, the moon, being able to shed away those parts of ourselves that no longer serve us in relation to our cyclical nature. These elements are what I love to share with the young women, the mothers, the people in my field. And that divine source energy, being able to hone in on listening to your body, coming back to that magnetic part of ourselves and grounding and anchoring into that, then allows us to speak into that place of power, allows us to feel authentically, allows us to unleash our hearts unapologetically, and to speak in such a soulful way that is heartfelt, and allowing ourselves to feel that, to transform our intimate lives, our social lives, our business lives, so it gets to just be fully embodied and authentic. This is the work I love doing. And it's this ability to think with our hearts and feel with our minds. So all of the beautiful modalities of, journaling, going within, coming back to movement as medicine, breath work, all of these parts where we can become aware of these limiting beliefs and these constructs that have framed who we think we are and shaped our persona and our identity, gets to be shed away so we can come back to that inner essence, come back to that divine sovereign part of ourselves to claim our lives, to design it how we want, to claim that queen essence and rise into our greatness. And this is what I'm excited to be sharing with you. And I know we have another beautiful speaker afterwards. And if this lights you up and you want to connect, I would love to share more of some of my free resources with you as well, from breathworks to teachings and diving into, well, how do we understand this feminine energy along with our masculine energy, the yin, the yang, the cycles, and this divinity that is innate within us all, through science, through emotional intelligence, through all of the practical, logical things that our brains and our egos need in order to come back to that soulful place where our lives get to be so authentic in every moment, not just in parts. And that's the legacy I want to leave behind for my daughter, for the young women that come into my field, and young men, because our young men, our boys, our children need to see their mothers, their aunties, their sisters, their grandmothers embracing this wisdom that our body is deeply anchored and rooted in, that is so, so powerful and ancient. So thank you for your time. And I look forward to seeing you I'm on Tuesday, the 19th of March. And I hope to connect more with people that felt this and want to rise into their greatness.
Wow, Marie, you're bringing us to tears. You're bringing us home to our heart and our soul in alignment. And I just want to honor you and your experience, everything that you've gone through, and being so strong and vulnerable to share something so personal with our audience today in the name of service and support of others, and just the beautiful work that you're doing. And I was watching the chat and all the beautiful comments of support and unity coming for you. Oh, making me cry. I just want to say you're absolute superstar, and just a beautiful example of what it means to be strong, but yet to have a beautiful heart and lean into the power of authenticity. So I just want to celebrate you for this moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Bless.
Appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you at the summit. And if you feel inspired or you have been touched by any of these stories, maybe you have had experience similar to Marie or any of our speakers, connect with them. Send them a message to let them know that you've been inspired by what they shared today. So thank you, Marie. Appreciate it and look forward to seeing you at the summit. Oh, one more speaker to go. If you're still watching this, share it with your social media lives. I would love for more people to be reached and transformed through the power of these incredible voices. This is the Unleash the Power Women Voices event by Women Thrive, and we host an annual women empowerment event that happens March 18th to the 22nd this year. And head over to womenthrivesummit.com and register for your free spots to be there. Headed over to another amazing lady in Australia, and I'm so excited for you to meet her. What a beautiful heart that she has and the message to deliver on our stage. Next up, final speaker for this event is Cherie Rivas. She is a leading empowerment mentor, transformational therapist who guides Gen X women to reconnect with their purpose, reignite their passion, and reclaim their power. Cherie, where are you joining us from? Welcome.
Whoa, Raimonda. What an amazing lineup of women we have had this evening. It's going to be a great act to try to follow all of that. Amazing. And I'm tuning in from the Gold Coast in Australia.
Beautiful. I love your setup. I love your background. You're bringing us some glitter and joy today.
I needed a little bit of glitz this evening. Yes.
Amazing. Cherie, I'm really looking forward to your introduction and mini talk today.
Thank you, Ray. So it is such an honor to be here tonight, and certainly having already watched the incredible women who have already spoken this evening, to be here tonight is such an honor and a privilege. And as Ray has already introduced, I'm Cherie Rivas, and I'm an empowerment mentor and transformational therapist. One of the things that I am completely fascinated by and truly love supporting my clients with is their beliefs. And I know a lot of the speakers that have already been on tonight have spoken about beliefs and some of the challenges that they support their clients with. And one of the things that I love in particular is working with clients on how our subconscious beliefs effectively create our reality. Now, although I studied psychology at university and I learned about cognition and behavior, the true significance of our beliefs and how our beliefs shape our identity and ultimately create our experience of this lifetime wasn't fully considered until my early to mid 40s, when a whole new level of reality came into my awareness. And I'll come back to that in just a moment. For now, I'm sure that most of you who are watching would already agree that our thoughts and our beliefs have a significant impact on our lives. And some of you may have heard these statistics before, but neuroscientists have estimated that we have between 60,000 and 70,000 thoughts every single day. And many of these thoughts are unconscious. And approximately 90% of these thoughts are the same thoughts that we had the day before. And so it stands to reason then that if we are having the same thoughts every single day, they would lead to the same beliefs. And those same beliefs lead to the same choices. Those choices lead to the behaviors, which lead to the same experiences. And those experiences lead to our emotions. Those same emotions drive the same thoughts. And you can see that pattern, that loop starting to form. But here's also what's happening. With those same thoughts, there's a release of the same neurochemicals, which creates and reinforces the same neurocircuitry, which then creates this cascade of hormones throughout our body, which then impacts the genetic transcription, which takes place deep within our cells. So we literally become a physical manifestation of what we believe. And not only that, as with anything mental, chemical, physical, there's also an energetic vibration. And this is a concept that I'll speak into more during my summit presentation on Wednesday, the 20th of March. For tonight, though, I'd just like you to consider how your beliefs about yourself, your self-concept and your identity are either helping or hindering you in your life. You see, everything that we know and believe about ourselves and the world around us wasn't even our belief to begin with. We weren't born already pre-programmed with all the beliefs that we have today. They were installed during our earliest childhood years. And many of those beliefs still control us from deep within our subconscious realms. And this concept really landed quite hard for me after having lived for 43 years as an only child. And then completely out of the blue, I discovered that I had an older brother. And it was in that moment that I realized that up until that point in time, my entire life had been constructed around what my parents told me, what my teachers told me, what my lecturers at university told me, what my employer told me, what the government told me, and what society had told me. And I realized that everything I perceived in this life had been through a lens colored and impressed upon by others. And I wonder whether or not you've ever inquired into this yourself. And for me, it began a whole range of other questions. What if the information that I'd been given wasn't the truth or incomplete? What if the beliefs that were impressed upon me or the perceptions and projections of others, which had effectively created the reference points to which my sense of self was tethered, wasn't even the truth? And of course, then came all the big questions. Without those beliefs or reference points, who am I? And in my case, in an instant, I became a sister, I became a sister-in-law, I became an auntie, and all of a sudden, my parents were also completely different people to me. And then emerged some even more exciting questions. Who could I be? If there are things about myself that I wasn't even aware of, then what else could there be? And then the more purposeful and empowering question, who do I now choose to be? And so the exploration and the unraveling of our beliefs gets to be a journey of liberation, a reclamation of the divine truth of our soul's expression, so that we can realize our highest potential rather than living in accordance with the expectations, the standards, and the beliefs of others. After all, who would you be? And how different would your experience of this lifetime be if you had believed ever since childhood that it was okay to speak before you were spoken to, that money flows easily and isn't the root of all evil, that maintaining great health is fun and easy, and that not all men are bad or dangerous? How would shifting those beliefs change your entire reality? And what if you truly believed deep within the core of your very being that you were beautiful, that you were limitless, and that you were worthy? How would a complete shift in your paradigm impact your experience of this lifetime, your purpose, your passion, and your power? So I invite you to wonder, who would you now choose to be? And let's take more steps during my talk in March towards your journey of reclamation and reaching your highest potential through authentic expression. I'm so excited to take you on that journey of unlayering and unraveling all of those beliefs. finding who you are at your core essence and learning how you can confidently express who you are, how that shifts your reality, how it shifts the perceptions of others. I'm so excited to take you through all the steps. And of course, so many more things that I'll be taking everybody on as well. And I don't want to give them all away tonight. You're on mute, Ray.
Oh, my apologies, Sherry. Oh, that allows you to complete. What a beautiful way to wrap up today's event. I am so inspired by your words, and it's just so inspiring. I think this really completes us for the day and really rounds up all the conversations that we have had. Possibilities are endless when we step into our purpose and our power and ask these powerful, powerful questions. Sherry, why should people attend this event and your talk?
It's going to give them the opportunity to actually do some self-inquiry, not only in regards to what beliefs might actually be holding them back, but I'll be taking everybody through more of a methodical approach, not just the beliefs, but also some of the childhood and emotional wounds that many of us experience. Also delving into more of the disowned part. So it really will be a journey of reclamation, really taking ownership of the fullness of who we are.
Yeah, amazing. Wow. I'm celebrating you. I'm celebrating your courage and strength and just your voice on our stage. I'm really looking forward to your talk, Sherry. You bring some beautiful passion and wisdom to our stage. And like I said, just beautiful way to wrap up today's event. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for dedicating the time and energy to be here.
Absolute honor. Thank you so much, Ray.
Thank you. Wow. And do make sure you drop your information, Sherry, in the chat for our audience to connect with you. And if you feel inspired by any of our speakers today, make sure that you connect with them as well as save your spot for the Women Thrive Summit. The information is running right there underneath this video right now. And you can head over to womentthrivesummit.com and meet all of our speakers, connect with them, reach out to them, and of course, invite other people to be part of this incredible global event. I am so honored to have so many amazing people joining our community and joining these events that we're hosting. Our true mission is to empower women to rise and thrive in business as well as personal life. At the Women Thrive Summit, we're going to have 50 spotlighted speakers on our stage. And we're covering topics, anything from leadership, empowerment, self-healing, health, wellness, relationships, financial success, visibility, marketing, business skills. You've seen just a plethora of speakers that we have lined up. And these women come with decades of life and business experience. And there's so much to be learned from each other, to be part of a community, to be in an environment where we can share our stories, where we can have a voice, where we can make these connections, these collaborations. Honestly, you don't know who you may meet. This might be your next friend, your next collaboration partner. Honestly, the Women Thrive Summit has transformed so many lives already. We have hosted events for more than 5 years, hosted more than thousands of attendees, hundreds of speakers on our stage. And this is just a unique opportunity for you to tap in from anywhere in the world, from the comfort of your home, and to connect with so many people joining from Europe, Spain, UK, Australia, United States, Canada, Caribbean, Africa. Our speakers and our attendees joining us from all around the world. And it's just a beautiful opportunity to be part of a community like this. And the best part, it doesn't cost anything for you to be part of our event. There are, of course, tickets if you wanted to upgrade and have more bonuses and perks as part of this event. But you don't have to make financial commitment to be there. All you have to do is dedicate some time and energy to be there. And we're going to be having so much fun. Our production takes more than 6 months to put all of this event together. And genuinely, we do it because we want to see the ripple effect of all these women sharing their voices globally. Yeah, Lauren says inspiring showcase. I'll be watching. And honestly, it's just such an inspiring event, and I hope that you can appreciate the work that goes on behind the scenes. And I just want to say, without all these speakers, without the attendees, and the beautiful team behind the scenes at the Women Thrive Media, we wouldn't be able to do this. So at Women Thrive Media, of course, we publish gorgeous books that is inspiring true stories of women overcoming adversity. We currently have few spots opening for those who wanting to co-author the book. Somewhere here are beautiful magazines that we publish. This is one of our latest editions from January. So our magazine is in print, as is global. So if you haven't subscribed to our magazine, I encourage you to grab yourself a physical or at least digital copy where all of our speakers are spotlighted and their stories are shared in our magazine. And we are building a global, massive stage for every woman to have a voice. If you have a message, if you have a story, if you have some expertise and experience to share, we're open for you to be part of this event. We're opening our stage for women to have a voice. And truly, there's nothing more life-changing than women coming together, locking our hands together to create beautiful impact and ripple effect. I know my team have prepared a beautiful message from one of our past speakers, and what a journey she has gone through as one of our speakers on the summit. So I would love to invite my team members to share this beautiful testimony. And whilst you're watching this, I want you to drop your contact details in the chat. Let us know where you watched this from and how did this event inspire you? So team, do we have a video that we can play for our incredible audience today? I'd love to get that up and running right now. And all of you watching, I just want to say,
hi, my name is M.M. Washington. I'm a leadership consultant, 2-time TEDx speaker, TEDx coach, and speaker coach. I'm also an author, songwriter, recording artist, and adjunct professor. I use my voice to empower, encourage, and inspire others to be able to find, own, and use their voices to deliver messages on the stages and platforms that matter to them. Ramonda, she's a force, a quiet force. She later invited me to be a speaker in the Women Thrive Summit, and I said yes, and I have no regret. It was a wonderful experience. I learned that the opportunity was available not just for seasoned speakers, but also for emerging speakers. And I really love opportunities, not just for those who have made it, so to speak, but also for those who are trying to get their foot in the door as professional speakers, public speakers. I really love that about the vision for Women Thrive Summit. Being a part of the Women Thrive Summit at that time was the first virtual event that I really felt like we were there in person. The speakers foster some sort of relationship. Long before and long after the summit, we had a community, a group where we would share ideas, encouragement, good news, celebrations. To me, that stood out. It was like, come be a part of this community of women who are taking the steps to make sure that they are thriving. You really have nothing to lose, but you have so much to gain. As a speaker coach, I'm always going to encourage you to speak up, speak loudly, speak clearly, just speak. And so to be able to have a platform that's already especially curated for your voice, for your message, you can't beat that. And when you think of Women Thrive Summit, you can't help but think of excellence. So if you have the opportunity to be a part of this, don't just walk, run, and take the opportunity.
Thank you so much, team, for putting this testimony on. This was Eman Washington, speaker coach, 2 times TEDx speaker, and just incredible human being who we had the pleasure of hosting at the Women Thrive Summit back in 2020 or 21, I believe. What a life-changing experience for everyone. And genuinely, this is just a snippet of what our attendees and speakers get to experience. It brought me to tears. And the reason it brought me to tears is because I know and I observed firsthand the ripple effect and the effect that this event creates for everyone, whether you're attending, whether you just tune in for one talk, whether you just get to watch these showcases. Honestly, without you even realizing, just observing, just being part of a community is going to be life-changing. So I encourage you to be there. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be part of an event like this. And as Emem said, it does take place virtually, which means you can join from anywhere in the world. But the community feels like we are in person, like we have a beautiful embrace together. And the mission behind Women Thrive is all about empowering women, inspiring women, and putting more amazing voices on stage, spotlighting these incredible women that have done so many things in their lives, and they have stories, experience to share with others. And let's face it, sometimes this whole entrepreneurial journey can become really lonely journey. And there's not always that you may have the support or encouragement or inspiration or even example from your own network or your own family or your own connections. So by being part of events and organizations like this, you really tap into the wealth of experience, connections, and opportunities within. So it doesn't cost you a thing to be part of our event. So I encourage you to join it as well as share it with others. And if you are still here and you watched it up to the end of this event, I encourage you to share this live on social media channels. Allow us to reach more people and transform more lives, because I think collectively, when we come together, we're much stronger than we are on our own. So that is the end for the Women Thrive Unleashing the Power of Women Voices event for today by Women Thrive. My name is Ramonda Jan. I was your host for today. And of course, we will be back in some hours later today, spotlighting 10 or is it 12 or 10 another amazing speakers from the Women Thrive Summit. So stay tuned, subscribe to us for more updates whenever we're doing these virtual events. And of course, we will be back with more incredible speakers. Thank you all so much for watching for today. Thanks to all of our speakers, our team, and the community for being here. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you on another one. Take care.